guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 33 of the First Star Challenge with Everton, our bid to win the Champions League for the club for the first time. And today we can have a massive episode because we play Paris Saint-Germain, who are top of our Champions League group, and a win would put us in pole position to actually go and then top that group. And then we play Aston Villa, my own boys, in the league. They are struggling, so we really do need to go and get the 3 points there. Much to my heartbreak, hopefully. But since last episode, we've just had the one game against Crystal Palace where this happened. That's right, just the 4 goals for Davy Selke, finding his form at last. And we've offered him a new contract in the back of that, and he's accepted it as well. So it's all happy days again, but we've remembered exactly how good David Selke can be. That game reminded me, he was absolutely just beast-like. Look at that, 42nd, 43rd, 48th, and 68th. We were in trouble. It wasn't our finest defensive effort. We were 2-0 down, and then we came roaring back into it. And even then, they came back to 4-3, and I was getting a little bit worried again. But, yeah, Davy Selke just back on form for what was actually a massive 3 points, because Crystal Palace, if you look at the league table here, they're struggling as well. They are right down there in amongst it. So it was an important 3 points, and it just keeps us on that sort of that top 4 in that group. There is now a big gap back to Chelsea. So the good news is that it's looking as though, all things being even, we should be able to qualify for the Champions League next year. Because there is a big gap there. Whether we can go and win the league is another question. If we defend like we did against Crystal Palace, no we can't. If Davy Selke keeps scoring 4 goals a game, 100% we can. Now, as I said, we're playing Paris first up here. Now, there's already been the other game. Shakhtar had the early kickoff. They've gone and won. And they've won 5-0, which is really damaging to us, actually, because it's brought their goal difference back into line. If we can go and... I mean, we're away at Paris. We just need to do our best, don't we? If we win, we go ahead of them in the table. It keeps it all alive for us in the second, for to top the group in the last group game. To be honest, Endelec is not taking anything off Paris, so we need to win this. We need to win our last 2 games to make sure we're going to top the group. So let's have a look at the team that we are sending out to try and do just that. And we're going sort of for the Manchester City attack here. So it's Pickford in goal, it's Digne, Stark, Luis Felipe, and Kenny as a back 4. Kenny's been complaining about not getting enough game time, so we're going to give him a couple of starts here. If we look at Seamus Coleman, he's wanted by Chelsea. His value as a 32-year-old is about 25 million. We might be selling him in January, guys. If we can get anything close to 25 million for a 32-year-old, he will be off. In the midfield, it's Barrios, it's Tom Davies, and it's Sergio Gomez. It's Richarlison and Bernard providing the width. Rafinha is back from his injury, not quite fully fit, but he's on the bench if we need him. And Davy Selke, how could you not start him after 4 goals last game? So we can see the way they're lining up. It's man for man. It's just the front 3 of Neymar, Mbappe, and Dembele. Really just... sinks your heart, doesn't it? It's essentially a World 11. It really is as close to a club World 11 as you're going to get. Maybe Real Madrid or Barcelona back in the day would have something to say about that, but it's a really good team. What do we say to this? Just good luck, boys. No one expects you to get a result. Just enjoy the game. Enjoy the experience. Do your best. And yeah, we'll see you at the end. Alright, let's see what we can do. The Davy Selke contract, I kind of met him halfway. I think we ended up at 98 grand a week. And then some nice goal bonuses for him. He basically gets 100 grand if he scores 15 goals. And then it goes up from there. I think it was 98 a week, wasn't it? Yeah, 98 a week. So he's on some good money now. I think it more reflects his value to the team. I think 67 grand we were underpaying him just a touch there. So everybody's happy there again, so let's hope that continues and he continues to score goals for us. Kind of going as you'd expect. The problem, this is the problem, isn't it, is that they've got so much pace that you can't push up, but they've got such good passes that, you can't really just sit back and nullify the pace either. You've just got to hope you play well and they have an off day, don't you? There's Milinkovic-Savic. He's a beast. Mbappe, good turn, good tackle. Oh, Neymar's had a miss there. Got away with one. That's all right, though. Yeah, I did toy with the idea of playing Stark and Tar in defence because just for their pace. But it's not a good ball, is it? Luis Felipe is no slouch and he's a better defender, so we went with him. Here goes Neymar. Look, there's so many men forward. Oh, we've absolutely dove in there. That's not good. And there is another miss. What is going on? Is this going to be our day? We should be 2-0 down, really, shouldn't we? Let's demand more here. Carlson's on a booking. Now, I don't want to concede from a set piece. Of all the ways to concede a goal, and it's over the bar as well. A draw, as I said, doesn't really help us because Anderlecht is not taking anything from this team. They're just not. So, yeah, we're not... It's sort of win or bust here. The one thing we don't want to do is destroy our goal difference, because if we were to... Of course, we beat Shakhtar last time, so if they were to beat us, it could come down to goal difference. I think if they were to beat us 2-1, Richarlison, oh, decent effort there. It's still with us though, Sergio Gomez. He has a habit of scoring good goals. Oh! He just has a habit of popping up, Sergio Gomez, doesn't he? Tom Davies, he started this season really well. He has just gone off the boil a touch, unfortunately. We might look to have a word with him in between games here, actually. Yeah, I mean, we haven't been in that game, have we, really? But funnily enough, do we say... No, we've got to say I'm far from pleased. We can't be happy with just hanging on by our fingertips and being lucky that they missed twice. Yeah, we can't be doing that. Barrios is stressed again. He was happy and he's unhappy again now that he's playing time. He was set as a key player. So I've put his squad status back to first teamer. So I'm hoping that will help a little bit. But to be honest, he's a little bit of a basket case. He says he has a balanced personality. I'm not convinced he does. Maybe he's balanced by like Boca Juniors standards. Because I think that whole club's a bit mental, isn't it? It seems like it. Just their fans just look amazing. So maybe he's just balanced by their standards. Here goes Davy Selke in a bit of a run. Neves with a good tackle though. You do get the feeling it's going to be like a Tom Davies won the goal or a Davy Selke just breaking through the defence. That seems to be the only way we're going to score here. We're not going to get away with it for a third time, are we? No, we're not. I think Pickford has a few questions to answer there, if I'm honest. That was, from that angle, I'd go as far as to say that was shocking goalkeeping. He's still annoyed because he thinks I've broken too many promises to him. You shouldn't be scoring from there. You just shouldn't. I'm not happy with that. He's looking nervous. Let's show some passion. I don't want to get rid of him. I really don't, because he's a good goalkeeper. But when I gave him 150 grand a week, I kind of thought it was the end of all the complaining. We don't have a right back on the bench. All right, John Joe, you're just gonna have to play through this one, I think. Bernard's not having a great game. We're just not playing well. So what can we do to fix this? We'll bring Sanderberg on for Barrios because he's just annoying me at this point. Deep lying playmaker. I'm looking at Tom Davies and I'm thinking we take him off, bring Phil Foden on, and we'll push Foden forward. It's difficult to have to say that, you know, Selke and Bernard and Richarlison aren't playing well because I don't think they've touched the ball yet. So I have a hard time sort of blaming them for anything that's going on here. I want to switch you guys around. All right, there we go. Push Foden forward. He's left-footed, so we'll put him over here as a roaming play. How many playmakers can you have in a team? Really, we'll play him as a Mazzella. Sanderberg, we'll push him forward as that deep-lying playmaker. All right, and we'll leave it at that for now. See if that makes any sort of difference. Like I say, we need to win. The only thing I don't want to do is blow out the goal difference. But it's a good save from Pickford. The only thing I don't want to do is blow out the goal difference. But even then, as long as we don't lose to Shakhtar, we are at home. That turned out to be a massive, massive win at their place, didn't it? Oh, hacked clear by Luis Felipe. We're going to have to change what we're doing here somewhere, aren't we? We might need to exploit the flanks. I don't think we have the luxury of working it into the box because we're not getting chances, so we might just need to take them where we can get them. Starker's, I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Alright, come on boys, get this away and go up the other end. It's over the bar from Milinkovic-Savic. Let's give it a... What do we say here? Tactical changes are being made. Here goes Richarlison. All right, we're at the right end of the field. Can we find a pass out here? Foden. Oh, we could see what he was doing. It just didn't quite find the target. And now we're in trouble as they pour forward yet again. Back post. No! Oh, it's there. It's got to be, though. Oh, it took a deflection, too. I don't know how to beat Paris. I really, really don't. We were so close, weren't we, in the final last year? 2-0 up. Suso back to Neves. Yeah, it did take a deflection. So that's a little bit unlucky, I would say. Come on, boys. Dig deep. This is where you got to put in. Selke's got his new contract. He's gone back off form. I don't really want to risk Rafinha at this point. We'll take Selke off. So I can just tell him at full time, I took you off because you're rubbish. 3-0. I mean, would 3-0 be harsh? It probably wouldn't, would it? Considering those two absolute sitters they missed in the first half. Oh, what is that? What is that? What a save from Pickford. That makes up possibly for the first goal that he let through his legs, basically. Yeah, I mean, this was the Manchester City approach too, and that hasn't worked. So back to the drawing boards. Hopefully, if someone else will do us a favour and knock them out of the Champions League this year, assuming that that we end up getting through. Another corner. We haven't been in this game at all. That one sort of hit and hope effort from Sergio Gomez, which, to be fair to him, almost snuck in. But other than that, we've done absolutely nothing this game. It's almost like a fantasy team, isn't it? Really, it's absolutely ridiculous. If you have any thoughts of what we could do in future to try and get the better of this team, we haven't played particularly well. Tom Davies has had another off day, which never helps. Yeah, let's just blow this up, please, ref. Pickford goes out to Digna. The one thing I do like is his distribution. I mean, it's not like I'm making this discovery, but it is really, really good, isn't it? To be fair, 2-0 isn't the worst, is it? We've haven't done too much damage to the goal difference. We've been thoroughly outplayed. I'm going to have to let them know that, unfortunately. And there it is. They coast past Everton. Yes, they do. John Joe Kenny out for a couple of days. That's fine. He'll be back soon enough. And what does that mean for the league table? We are even on goal difference. We just need to avoid defeat against Shakhtar in our next game, and we will be through. But guys, wait right there. We'll be back. It's Aston Villa in the league, and it's a big game because we need to win to keep pace with Arsenal top of the table. Alright, welcome back. Now, before we get to the Villa game, just one thing to update you on. I did forget to do at the start. Our training facilities have been updated, so we now have state-of-the-art training facilities, superb data analysis facilities, and state-of-the-art youth facilities, as well as exceptional junior recruitment, exceptional junior coaching and exceptional or extensive youth recruitment. So we're moving up in the right direction in that area. And I should say too, I was talking about youth football. If you do want to have one of the regens named after you, let me know in the comments, and we'll look to get that done as soon as possible. Now we can see we are favourites at home to bottom of the table, Aston Villa, and Tottenham have already joined Spurs. Tottenham have already joined City, which means a win here will jump us over the top of Manchester City, which, needless to say, is a good thing. So let's have a look at the team that we're sending out, and hopefully we'll get some goals just to relieve the tension and frustration that I feel after watching us get absolutely pounded by Paris. So it's Pickford in goal, it's Dignatar, Luiz, and Coleman as a back four, Barrios, and now Kenante. I'm not sure if this is the first time we've seen him on the channel or not. Really, he's a wonder kid. He's a really, really good young player. We're going to play him as a deep line playmaker here. He doesn't have the best tackling, but Barrios next to him should be able to get that done for him. Rafinha comes in for a start next to Bernard, or not next to Bernard, but along with Bernard in the wide areas. With Vlasic in behind Henry, he got the goal against Manchester City, so let's give him a start against Villa. You will see too, Terry Cook and Stuart Taylor are on the bench, so if things are going well here, we will look to bring them on in the second half. Now, the reason that Henry wasn't available against Paris is simply because he's not in the European squad. Simple as that, really. Well, what do we say here? I'm going to say I just expect to win. I expect to win. We're at home. We're against bottom of the table. We expect to win this game. That said, I always do struggle against Villa because I'm convinced that subconsciously I want to lose. So hopefully we will actually go and get a decent result here. They do have a couple of decent players, to be honest. Shaqiri's playing for them now, so we're just going to be a little bit careful. They do sort of look like they're capable of scoring. Here's Canente. Can he do something special? It's a decent ball out for Digne. It's a heavy touch, but he gets it in. It's there. It's turns for Bernard. Oh, it's off the post. Oh, Jack Grealish clears it away, and that is the end of that highlights. Bernard was disappointing against Paris, wasn't he? He's usually the one that we can rely on for a little bit of magic. But it was just a bad all-round performance. I can tell when it's a bad performance because I get really frustrated because it's like nothing's working, and I don't know how to beat that Paris team. It's one of those, I think, where we're just going to have to just get better players. We're just not good enough to beat them, I think. Barrios is injured. I tell you what, I'm not disappointed about that, if I'm honest. I'm actually okay with that. Now, the only real option we have on the bench here is Bobby Carroll. Just due to injuries and the like. So we'll bring him on as just a defensive midfielder. That does weaken us a little bit in midfield now with Canente. Is that how you pronounce it? I think that's how you pronounce it, wasn't it? Canete. So we're perhaps a little bit vulnerable in the centre of midfield, but we'll see how we go here. Hasn't been great so far, has it? I mean, they have not been in the game whatsoever, but we can't say we deserve to be winning this by any means. It's going to have to be an aggressive what the F boys at half-time. Not happy with that. We'll give Bobby Carroll a little bit of encouragement. I said I wanted to try and get him into the first team this year, so I'm glad we're having the opportunity to do that. We're going to go attacking, and we're going to look to exploit the flanks as well. Yeah, I'm tempted to be more expressive and maybe take it off counter press. But the being more disciplined with the counter press, that has seemed to have worked relatively well for the most part. Oh, I'm waiting for the sucker punch here as well. Well, all right, we're not doing anything here. We're going to be more expressive, and we're going to just regroup. Let's give it a demand more. Oh, come on, boys. We're better than this. We are not creating anything. We're going to make some subs here. We're going to bring Terry Cook on, and we're going to bring on... Do you bring on Richarlison for Bernard? No, they're still good players, aren't they? Foden for Canente. He's looking nervous. He's not playing badly, though. Oh, this is just not going to plan, is it? We'll give it a demand more. Do we need to... What else can we do here? Hit early crosses, maybe? Be more direct? We'll hit early crosses, but we won't necessarily exploit the flanks, perhaps. All right, Rafinha with a set piece, knocks it in, back post. It's there. Oh, Luis Felipe! What's going on? Why hasn't they given us the goal yet? Offside. Oh, Bernard. Oh, I mean, he's in front of the goalkeeper, I guess. Oh, that's really disappointing. I should have taken Bernard off. Come on, boys. Let's show some passion, perhaps. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Get that away. Bernard, he hasn't really committed to that. Oh! Oh, this is not going to plan at all, is it? What else can we do? What else can we do? Can we go to... Do we go... two up top, perhaps? This time I really wish we had Davy Selke in the team, if I'm honest. We'll go two up top. Deep lying forward. Yeah, I don't hate him in that role, actually. And then we'll put Canente. I think we have to get him forward at this point. I mean, the worst thing just about we can do is to go and lose this game now. But, I mean, it's bottom of the table. I always do this against Villa. I don't know what it is. I am incapable of beating them. Let's get this away, please. Boys, Pickford's there. Punch is clear. Can we go up the other end? No, we can't. Guys, that is a horrible episode. I don't understand. I don't understand what's happened there. We weren't good enough. And we failed to make count chances pay. We do. We really did fail. 6 to 7. You know what? I'm just going to transfer this guy. I'm in a bad mood now. I've had enough of this guy. You're done. Get the F out of the club. Had enough. I'll probably regret that. You'll come back next episode and he won't be on the transfer list anymore. But I've just had enough. I'm really annoyed about that. Sorry, guys. That's it for today. If you have enjoyed that for some reason, if you don't like goals, make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We will get better. Next episode, we'll be back on Sunday. Sunday? Yeah, Sunday for Manchester United away and a massive game in the Champions League against Shakhtar Donetsk, where if we win, or even if we don't lose, we will go through to the knockout rounds for the second consecutive year. Which, just face it, that's a decent achievement, isn't it? As I finish my dummy spit here, let's have a look at the league table. We've missed the opportunity to go ahead of Manchester City. We've dropped back 6 points behind Arsenal. It's just an absolute horrible, disappointing time, isn't it, guys? I'll be back on Sunday. I'll be in a better mood, hopefully, and I'll see you then. Take care.